Hi everyone, so I'm back for another video. Before I get started, I would like to say, guys, there is an amazing YouTuber that you guys definitely need to check out. If you're someone that is into makeup or finding out the latest makeup products, I know that's why we all stalk Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. My girl Jen from Jen Loves Reviews, I will have her channel linked down below, guys. You definitely need to go and check her out. Her and some other YouTubers, at least I think they're YouTubers, but her and some other girls have came up with a series, I actually came up with this really fun Sunday kind of series, and what it is, it basically gives you makeup news. So in this newscast, you're basically getting updates about new releases and products and little mini reviews as well. So I'm definitely going to link Jen's channel down below, guys. For me, and it makes the perfect Sunday morning. Basically what I do is I look for Jen's video, I fix me a cup of coffee, and then I start the video, and it just makes the perfect Sunday. And it also helps me mark my calendar so I know those launch dates and different things that I need to look out for, and I'm absolutely in love with the whole broadcast. So definitely make sure you go over to Jen's channel and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I'm telling you, you are gonna love it. They do everything from high-end to drugstore, so you get a wide variety no matter what your price range is. They're going to give you the whole lowdown dirty gossip and reviews on those products. So absolutely love that series, and again, I'll have it linked down below. Okay, so for today's video, I'm actually going to be doing my foundations for you guys. This is actually a requested video. I know a lot of times when we go into the store, we don't always know what foundations are the best for us. Just for a reference for you guys, in MAC, I am an NC42 to a NC44, depending on what foundation I get in MAC. I go quite frequently to the MAC counter, and I do tend to tell the girls that I am dry combination skin, which means that I'm dry in some spots. Yeah, I'm dry. I normally have dry, what do I call it? I think I call it dry combination skin, because I'm dry on different areas, and then I have the oily T-zone, so I have dry skin, so I call it dry combination skin is what I have. And when I go into Sephora, that little shade chart can sometimes be wrong. That's why I always recommend for you guys to actually go in and test them out for yourselves. One lady was saying, I think that she said that I think maybe she was saying that me and this other YouTuber matched in shade range, and we are completely different. So what the camera shows is not always correct in a lot of different aspects, especially when it comes to complexion. It could be her lighting that makes her look lighter, or it could be my lighting that makes me look lighter. I think my lighting is pretty much okay. I think it reflects my skin tone pretty well. So it could just be different things like that. This is the same way I look in natural daylight. Also, you have to look at when the videos were made as well. If the videos tend to be made in the summertime, then the complexions and the skin can be a little bit darker, as opposed to when videos are made in the wintertime, when we've kind of lost the dark pigment to our skin. So just keep that in mind. Also, when you are looking for a foundation, one thing I would tell you to do is to put the foundation on your wrist. And usually, if your wrist is the same color as your face, then you're usually good to go. A lot of people will put it on their neck. As you can see, my neck is a little darker, and that's usually the case for most African Americans, as we normally have two different colors of skin, so we can be lighter in some areas and darker in others. So you just really kind of have to feel, because my neck looks really yellow and my face looks really pale, and it's not because of the makeup, that's just the way I look. So I always swatch on this part. A lot of people would swatch on the back of the hand, which is okay if the back of your hand is similar to your face. As you can see, the back of my hand is a little bit more yellow toned and a little browner. So I usually go with the inside of the wrist right here in the lightest part, because that's usually going to be the closest match for my skin complexion. So just a little bit there. I know a lot of people say that you can usually do it around the jawline. I don't really recommend doing the jawline. Whenever I go and get a foundation and I compare it to the jawline, I know I'm saying jawline a lot, but usually it comes up to be darker. So that's where I get some of these darker foundations from, is because I compared them to that line. If you see a lighter foundation, I actually compared it to the what am I trying to say? I actually compare it to the skin on the back of my arm. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be doing swatches for you guys because that was recommended, and I'm going to talk to you a very little bit about the foundations because it's not a review. I've reviewed most of these foundations. They are my favorite foundations. If I don't like them, I usually take them back to the store. You guys know I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first one I have is the MAC. This is the Face and Body Foundation. This foundation is really good for summertime. If you're someone that doesn't like a lot of heavy foundation, this is what to go with. I will say it's mostly like a water-based foundation, so it's really liquidy, is that a word? But it comes out in a liquid tone. And so that's what that one looks like. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. So as you can see, it's kind of a runny consistency, and I am in the shade C6, so that's what that looks like, and you can kind of see there, but that's for C6. Okay, and that's in the MAC Face and Body. Then the next foundation I have like that is my Revlon Nearly Naked, and the Revlon Nearly Naked foundation, which is, this is drugstore. I am in the color Toast, which is 240. Again, this one is also one of those runny type of formulas. I'm not going to pour too much of this one out because I'm kind of running low on it already. But that's what the Revlon Nearly Naked looks like here. So as you can see, they're very comparable, but I do like the way both of those look. This one is a little bit browner in tone as opposed to this one. Like I said, again, I usually tend to wear the MAC Face and Body during the summer months. This is also one too, it has the SPF in it that I really do like. So this is kind of like a better alternative to that one. Basically the same thing, just the drugstore brand. The next one I have is the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation, and this is in the color Syracuse, which looks like that. Okay, so that's what the bottle looks like. Pop a little bit of that out for you. The Nars does not come with a pump, and I did pay extra for my pump. So this one looks a little bit lighter. So this is the Nars foundation in the color Syracuse. Right there. So as you can see, the Revlon has more of the pinky undertone to it. This one has, the Nars Sheer Glow has more of that yellow undertone. This one has more like of a warm undertone to it, which is the Face and Body. Okay, the next one I'm going to be doing is the MAC's. This is the Studio Fix Fluid with the SPF 15. This one, to me, if you have dry skin, I feel that it does adhere to dry patches, so keep that in mind. This one is really yellow based for my skin tone, and you can see that there. And again, this is the Fix Fluid, Studio Fix Fluid, and that is NC44 right here. So if you have dry patches, make sure you exfoliate really well with that one. The next one that I have is also another, another one by MAC. This is the Mineralized Foundation. This is the Moisture SPF 15 foundation that came out, I want to say maybe a year ago, if that long. So I'm going to do a pump of that for you. This one is one that you also need to make sure that you exfoliate really well with. The NC42, and this one is really light on me. And you guys can see there, that is like the lightest one of them all. So that's what that looks like. This is, again, is the NC42 in the Moisture Foundation. So that's what that one looks like. This one does oxidize quite a bit. So this is the one that I was matched in at the store because it oxidizes. But I just felt that I still kind of looked a little bit pale. So then I got the NC44 in that one. And again, that's why it also pays you to also go into the store, because a lot of times the sales associates have worn the products and they've tested them out and they can actually tell you how they're going to wear and if they're going to oxidize. So now looking at this one, this is the NC44. You guys can see that one looks way too orange for me. And compared to the rest of them, that is like the orangest one that I have. And you guys can really see. So that's like the orangest one. So far, the best match, I do believe, for me is like this third one here. Looking at it, the third one looks like the best match, and that was the Revlon Nearly Naked one. So those are those swatches. You see them? Pretty good. I guess you can. Okay, so those are both the mineralized foundations. The next one I have is the Marc Jacobs, and this is the one in 82 Cocoa Light, and it looks like this. I do like this one. It does have a perfume smell, so if you're someone that doesn't like perfume smells, do be aware of that. This one is a good foundation. I don't feel that it really adheres to any dry patches or anything. Of course, with any foundation, you know that, you know, it's different for everyone. So this is what that one looks like here at the bottom. And so I always give you like a little run up of how they're looking. So as you can see, this one is it's a warmer one, but it's not orange as that NC44 looks. Okay, so this is what that one looks like. It does have that little perfume smell to it, but that's okay. It's not too overbearing for me. So that's what that looks like. And compared to the rest of them, I would say it's probably, by looking at the swatches, it's probably comparable to the MAC, the Studio Fix Fluid, and color. And you guys can see that color up there, and then the other color is down here. So they're kind of similar in the color. I do think this one is just a little bit browner. I did get this one in the summertime, and she did compare it to the jawline. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you guys is the Covergirl. This is the True Blend Foundation. This one does come with a pump. I'm in the shade D2 for this one. Let's open the pump up and get a little bit out. I haven't used it in a while. Okay, so I'm getting ready to wipe some swatches off here in a minute. Okay, so that's what the D2 looks like. It's this one right here at the very bottom of the arm. So you can kind of see that one is more of like that orangey type of color. It has an orange undertone. It does look better throughout the day once it does set. As you guys can see, it's really comparable to this one right here, which I do believe is one of the moisture foundations. So it's kind of comparable to that one in the way that it looks on camera. Yeah, very comparable to the moisture foundation. So those are some that are comparable in that aspect. Okay, the rest of them I'm going to do them on the back of my arm for you guys. It'll still give you a pretty accurate depiction considering I'm really pale. The next one I have here is the Nars. This is the Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. And I do have a couple of tinted moisturizers that I'm going to talk to you guys about because, like I said, I have a few of those. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch that here on just the back of my hand. So this is what this one looks like. I absolutely love this foundation. I feel that it goes into the skin really well. It is the perfect one if you're someone that wants that nice luminous look during the summertime, winter, fall, whenever. I absolutely love this foundation. It's definitely lightweight because it is a tinted moisturizer, but they have a variety of different shades, guys. So it's not just you go into the store and you can't find your shade. They have a variety of different shades. Looking at the shade comparison on my arm, I would definitely have to say this one is kind of more working with the fourth one that I swatched, was this the Nars Sheer Glow. So they're very similar in comparison, basically the same thing. And again, this is the Pure Tinted Moisturizer, and I'm in the color Cuba. I don't think I said that. So this is the color Cuba that I'm in this shade, which is medium 3. Okay, the next one that I have is the Aqua BB Beauty Balm. This is by Kiss New York. You can get this one at your beauty supply store, for those of you that are wondering. And I am in the shade medium light. And so that is what that one looks like. Looking at it on the screen, you can tell it has more of a orangey tone to it. Well, I'm sorry, more of a pinky tone. Kind of looks pink looking at it on camera. So this one has a pinky tone. This one has more of that kind of yellowy tone. So more of an orange and more of a yellow, I think. I don't know. This one could kind of be in the middle because I'm picking up the pink in it. It has pink, and I think it has a little bit of that orange in it. So pink and orange is kind of like on that same scale. So this one I would say kind of, I don't know if there's one over here. Yeah, it is the second one that I swatched, which would be the, I think it was the Face and Body. That's kind of the color that one's picking up. Yeah, surprisingly, I would have never guessed it. Then the next one I have is the Smashbox. This is the Camera Ready BB. I've had this one for quite a while. I'm in the color medium. I think they do have like a darker shade as well. This one was one that had a pretty good shade range as well. I have to make that swatch a lot bigger so you guys can actually see it. Let me just rub it in here a little bit. So that's what that one looks like. I actually thought it was darker than this. Maybe I need to get some more of that one. Give me a sec. Okay. Because there was a reason why I was like, I can't wear this one right now. This one is darker on me, and this is one that I tend to wear more towards the summer, but guys, as you can see, it's leaving a beautiful finish. This one is not really luminous. This one just feels good. It's lightweight if you're looking for a BB cream that's just going to be exactly what it is, a BB cream, but it's like a tinted BB cream, or more like a tinted moisturizer. Then that is what that one is. These two, with this one, and like I said, I have the Smashbox one. I have the shade in medium. If you were to ask me which one I would think over the Nars and with the Nars and the Smashbox, I would tell you to actually go with the Nars, because I'm one of those people that I like more of that like dewy complexion. If you're someone that just wants a regular finish, then go with this one, of course. But I like the dewy finish. I would more likely go with the Nars. Okay, and then I have another one. This is the one that just came out this year. This is the Covergirl. This is the Ultra Smoothing Foundation, and it has an applicator with it. I threw the applicator away, so that's just what it looks like. And this foundation is okay. I don't think that it lives up to its claims. It had a little applicator, which I hate it, and I threw it away. But so far, so good on how it actually works into the skin. Wow, is that like a perfect match or what? Or maybe I just didn't put it in plain view for you guys. Okay, it's actually a pretty good match. So that's what this one looks like here, and you guys can see this one pretty much matched really well. This is drugstore, and it wasn't really expensive either. I want to say maybe around $7 or $8. It wasn't really expensive. I am in the color Golden Tan in this one. And this is just really pretty. Look at that. I think of all the foundations that I've tried, this one really blended into the skin, especially on the back of that arm, pretty well. So, and you guys can look at the other ones. None of the other ones even got close to this one. So, drugstore, this is Covergirl. Again, that's what it looks like. It's the Covergirl Ultra Smooth Hair Covergirl Ultra Smooth Hair Smoothing Foundation, and it does come with an applicator, but I don't use it. And then last but not least is the foundation that I got. I want to say kind of like around the end of the year. That was high-end, and I think that was the last high-end foundation that I purchased. But this is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream Foundation. I purchased the shade Bamboo, and this is one that I definitely had to go into the store to get. Did I go in the store? No, I ordered online, and I really came close. It took a lot of reviews and so forth for me, and I was just really scared that this one was not going to work, but it actually worked out pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and get that one swatched up for you guys here. And what I will say, can you even see that one? Okay, here it is. So what I will say about this one, and you guys can see it there, it's definitely more of that mousse texture. If you have any dry patches on your face, this would adhere to it. This is more of like a matte foundation, I found. It doesn't give you any dewiness or anything like that. This one comes off as being more of a matte foundation. Hope you guys can see that well. So this one's more of a matte foundation and the finish that I found. So there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, as I already said, make sure you guys head over to Jen Loves Reviews so you can get get up to date on all of the new makeup products that are coming out. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome and please subscribe. I do makeup videos, DIYs, tutorials, and everything else underneath the sun on Tuesdays and Saturdays for you guys. Also, don't forget to turn in for my Saturday favorites, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Might have already said that, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them down below as usual, and I will see you all in the very next video.